Good morning, folks. Today is Saturday, 21st, and it's a very special day because today we are hosting our charity event, the Liver Ball, in Manor of Groves in the evening, black tie event. And I'm cooking as usual, and this is my second cup of coffee as usual. And from yesterday, I started having something called fatty coffee by putting a blob of fat inside my coffee so that I get energy, but I don't activate my insulin, which is the main problem which caused the arterial stiffening and cardiovascular mortality and everything. Insulin is extremely important for life, but too much of insulin is extremely dangerous, and which is causing all the metabolic syndrome because we are eating too much of carbohydrates, and that too very simple processed carbohydrate rather than unprocessed complex carbohydrate. Anyway, so this book, guess who is reading? My daughter. And do you have any idea what she's trying to imply to us? Who she's surrounded by. Now, it is not uncommon for kids to get interested in other people's mind process, particularly when they're teenagers. Sometimes it is because of romantic affairs. You want to read other person's mind, what he or she is thinking. But in general, we realize that we are growing up, and now it is time that I understand everybody in their true color, not in a judgmental way, but so that we can work together in a collaborative way. Everybody is different. We are all unique DNA prints. We are unique human beings, and that is what it is supposed to be. Anyway, I think as I am talking about humans, let's try this up. And hold on a second. I need my special power, the spatula. Is this a mixed vegetable? Again, I'm making pulao because the pulao recently has been very hot favorite. Wife is happy because kids are having lots of colorful vegetables, which is good for their body and brain development. Anyway, and I am developing my brain with reading books. So humans are very deductive. So actually there are 9 types of humans according to ancient Greek knowledge. Now something is not right. As a doctor, you need to be like Sherlock Holmes and do pattern recognition. This never happened. That means it is leaking from there. Can you see? So there is a safety valve. So I'm not worried. It's all done. Let's switch it off and let's get this into my dish. So as I was telling, 2,500 years ago roughly, the Greek described 9 different types of individual called Enneagram. Ennea in Greek means 9. So ADHD gives you special power. You can switch and be aware of everything. And in ancient time, ADHD were the leaders, the protector of the tribe, because at the same time talking to you, my mind, 10% is on surrounding to look for good stuff and look for bad stuff, so that I'm not oblivious. The problem is, deep focus is very important when you want to get a big job done, like 99% of your focus. Now, should I say 90%? Because 10% of your focus is on other stuff, that you cannot control, even if you're a yogi or good meditator. But 90% focus, you get tremendous amount of work done. But ADHD problem is that their attention is on everything. So that's why we are very good doctors if we want to be, yeah? And because as I'm talking a gastro history, I may notice a big lump on the shoulder and diagnose osteosarcoma, which I have done. There's a young girl, only 21, coming with a chest pain. And I was there, I was given in the handover, just go and discharge this young lady. And then I was chatting to her, about to sign the discharge. Suddenly I note, just there, a leaflet, frozen shoulder. I said, who is reading this frozen shoulder? See, I am. So why? Because I have got frozen shoulder, my boyfriend printed it for me. I said, really? Show me your shoulder. So I asked her to take the face stuff with a chaperone, and huge tumor on the left humerus head. Unbelievable, unmistakable. And unfortunately, the primary care colleagues, I'm not talking about the local area, this happened in Lancaster. when I was a registrar there, and the primary care colleague have been treating with a young 21 with frozen shoulder. Can you believe this? Anyway, so sometimes I really feel this may be true, not all the time. Anyway, so the thing is, you have to be very careful as a doctor. You cannot miss somebody coming with you with tummy pain and they have got a big lump on their shoulder and miss. So you have to be very careful. So my ADHD gives me that, all 360-degree view of my patient. And it's so important because patient doesn't come as gastro patient or rheumatology patient or cardiology patient. They come as a mixed bag. You need to understand that. Anyway, I'm digressing as usual. So this person, Thomas Erickson, quite famous, he's a skilled communication expert. He's telling that how to understand those who cannot be understood. Actually, that's not true. You can understand everybody. When we were teenager, we've been doing, me and my best friend, interestingly, his name was also Deb Ghosh. He's in America. We used to do something called man watching because in those days it was politically not incorrect. We man watch. Basically, you just carefully watch everybody around you and try to predict their next move, as if you can read their mind better than they know what they're going to do, because as you know, 90% of what you do is predictable. If you're careful, you know what I'm going to do. I know that who's going to shy away from camera. I know who's going to put their hand in a particular way in the left pocket and the other hand, where you need to be just extremely observant in a compassionate way. Unfortunately, sometimes people feel that managers send them to personality test, MBTI scoring just to take advantage of them. Actually, that's not true. We have realized as a trust, as a company, as a nation, as a family, that there will be differences. And that doesn't mean that somebody who is not like me is inferior to me or I cannot work with that person. So, and read the book Enneagram. I'll share a link. Enneagram at work. That means at work, even in the family, my son is different and my daughter is different. My daughter is high IQ, high EQ. My son, on the other hand, is high IQ, but EQ, maybe he doesn't express. Maybe someday somebody will come in his life and he will be more expressive. I don't know. But anyway, this color codes the people not to in a judgmental way, so that you can pattern recognize. Because as a doctor, my job is to recognize patterns. And then once I recognize your pattern, I can predict your behavior. If you're a red group, I know what exactly you're going to say. If I give you a job that will be like this. I'll give you an example. Let me take you to my home office. Okay, don't get a heart attack, okay? So anybody with left brain will have a heart attack, a real big heart attack if they come. Like my wife, my son, so what's happening? And they will just freak out. But am I freaking out? No, I'm not, because we have got this ability to hold opposing thoughts. Can you see? This is my small library, and I love reading books. And interestingly, when I read books, I can read like speed read. But give me emails, I can't read emails. I don't know what's wrong with me. Something wrong. Anyway, that's my daughter. So she's high IQ, high EQ. Here is my son, a tiny son. He's now 18. Okay. He's got a high IQ, very left brain, very structured. Give him a project, it'll be done. Give her a project. Anyway, she's like me. So don't criticize her. So, my wife said, I don't like this mess. I said, fine. Sorry, this is a phase 4. In phase 1, the whole room was like piling, all the stuff here, there. And I'll show you some pictures. So I tidied up this, tidied up this, tidied up this. So this is a principle of tidying up. Read the book by Marie Kondo, How to Tidy Up Your House and Life and Mind and Computer. So basically it's called controlled explosion. You explode stuff from one side, and when the explosion settles down, you get to say, oh, that's where it is. Oh, I was looking for this. Oh, what? But do not carry it around. Just put everything in boxes, like 1 box, 2 box, 3 box. And you do ping pong like that. Within half an hour, the whole room will be like, and then my wife will come and say, how could you do this? It is impossible. Yes, it is impossible for a left brain, but it is very possible for a right brain with ADHD. We can do things that you guys can't even think of. You know, it is our special power. But if we misuse, or if we get carried away, this special power can also kill us. And you probably have known some unfortunate kids, unfortunate adult being with ADHD. They need proper medicine, counseling, etc. But a lot of entrepreneurs are actually ADHD. They're right brain, they're innovative, they're creative, but they need a left brain. And I'm so lucky that I married a left brain. She's kind of my stabilizing anchor, who kind of holds me down, who gives me honest criticism. And I, every time she says something, I take it in my heart and in my brain, and my job is to fix that. Whatever she wants, I will do that, because I know it's sometimes we husbands, we don't like being told off. But when our better half, not bitter, better half says something, there is some truth in it. You might say that, no, I'm right, she's wrong. But actual truth is somewhere in between, probably. I don't think she's completely right or I'm completely right. I'm not talking about me and her as a husband and wife. But actual truth will be somewhere in between. But if I try to fight and defend and oppose any criticism, any feedback, then other person will stop giving feedback because you're not listening. And if you're listening, you're not doing anything, then what's the point of giving you feedback? And this is the problem. I look after a lot of trainees, medical trainees, and giving feedback, everybody hesitates. Oh, what will happen? My relationship with the trainee will go. But the problem is, if you don't give candid feedback, but with kindness, how the trainee is going to grow? You don't want the trainee to be a big consultant one day and treating you a trainee who doesn't know how to talk, a trainee who gives you matter-of-fact diagnosis without any compassion. So I'm not telling that everybody will have same kind of compassion, but think about it. We all can change. Habits is easy to change. Values, very difficult to change. To change values, you have to first know them, accept them as they are now, and then only you can do it. Now, going back to my actual stuff. So read this book, Surrounded by Idiots, and also read the other book, Enneagram at Work. And according to Enneagram, there are 9 types of people, okay? And the 9 types, think about it. What is the first type? Okay, I'll give you some example. 1 is thoughtful. T. L is loyal. Click. A is entertaining. C is critical. Then there is A, ambitious. There is another A, artistic. Who is the R? Oh, revolutionist. What is the H? I remember stuff as a song or story or color, so I'm thinking what I ascribe this H to. I know it starts with H. H. Helper. Okay, so artistic, ambitious, helper, and reformist, not revolutionist, reformist. So that's RHAA, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then came the TLEC, TLEC, thoughtful, loyal, entertaining, I think it's entertaining, and C is critical. So that's good, you 4 and 4. And what is the 9th one? 9th one was Tlek. Sorry, I missed 1 out of 9. I'll get it. So that's it. 13 minutes 52 seconds. I'm getting ready to go to Manor of Groves. We need to blow 200 balloons for the evening party. And then I have to go and fix my trousers because I lost 4 inches from my waist. I'm 30 inch. And there's not a single shop who will help me because this is apparently for the prom nights coming, or the A levels and whatever levels. They're heavily booked. Normal time for fixing your waist on a trouser, like altering, is 1 week, and now it is 2 weeks plus. And it will cost me £30. I said, B for, I don't want to swear, I'm going to fix it myself. All you need is a needle and thread and few YouTube videos and some patience. And don't poke your finger and bleed. Have a nice day. Let me finish cooking.